All right. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to Sipping and Tripping. You're on with Jovan Too Good.
AC Starks.
And, people have been telling me that for some reason I hate women. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about that. But today's topic, we're going to talk about gender roles, okay? Because I do believe in gender roles. And I do believe that certain shit that a man should do and certain shit that a woman should do, right? And it doesn't make us any less superior than the other person or any more superior than the other person, I should say. Okay. But it just means we have different things to do. But anyways, we have a special guest in the studio today, and we're going to talk about that because this is a person that I've gone back and forth with about this topic. And, she got some things that she want to say.
So you saying we finally got somebody that's going to argue with you?
You know what? I'm not even coming into this with an argument. I'm coming into this with a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
So we got almost like a
because this
Ali
is
and
a
Tyson
friend.
thing
This
going
is a
on. I'm
friend
going to
of
sit back
mine.
for this one.
This is a friend of mine, so I'm not coming in to argue with this person. I'm coming in to try to understand the person. Now, however, if it goes that way, it goes that way. Right?
if you could change some things, I would be surprised. But
anyway, welcome to the show, Diamond Billinger.
It's Billinger.
Billinger?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just put a J on it then?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back to my ancestors and have them fix that.
All right, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming on, making the time out of your busy schedule to come in, be on the show with us.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
So I know we got a lot of stuff that we want to try to talk about in a little bit amount of time. So I know Javon wanted to touch in as he usually do. Want to just go drive right into gender roles and stuff like that. So
yeah,
is it too good?
Yeah, I did want to talk about gender roles. So what are your thoughts on gender roles? What do you think? What is your thoughts on the terminology gender roles and?
Wait. Before that, to segue into that, are you in a relationship right now?
I am.
Okay. How's your relationship?
I think it's perfect.
Okay.
I mean, and I don't mean perfect that there's never nothing that needs to be discussed, but I think the way we discuss things are great. I'm very happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with the question?
Because it segue into the gender role.
I think that was fair.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So, my original question is, what are your thoughts on gender roles? How does that affect your relationship?
I don't really believe in them too much.
Why not?
I don't think that they're an important part of a relationship. I just think you do what works for you or your relationship. Your relationship, as long as you communicate, I think that's the most important thing. I don't cook. My boyfriend cooks, but I do clean.
You saw that look? Did you see that look?
What is he doing wrong?
We had a whole conversation about this. He says he don't believe men should cook. So
why do I have to suffer? Why would I make him suffer if that's not something I'm good at? I'm not saying I don't want to learn how to cook, but that's not my specialty. But if it's something he's good at, then go ahead and do it. And if he doesn't have a problem with it, then why do we have to force a gender role?
Is he in the building right now? Is he in the building? Is he in the building? Sir, could you tell us if you like cooking or not? Just say yes or no and scream it.
It's funny. He's making it.
See, look at that. Look at that. That's all I want to hear. I like this already. I love it. Oh.
He doesn't mind cooking.
Okay. So he likes cooking.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Okay. So why don't you cook?
I just get overwhelmed when I'm in the kitchen. I've done it a few times.
Do you like it though? You like cooking?
No.
You don't like
I
it?
don't. I don't enjoy it. I don't like chopping stuff and trying to. It's too fast for me. I mean, right. I guess you could slow it down if you prep, but then that takes more time, and time is.
I'm glad you brought that up. This is why I say a man shouldn't cook, because number one, it takes a lot of damn time to cook. Think about how much time it takes to actually cook, right?
Oh my God! You don't know how to cook.
No, but look. Okay. Think about how much time it takes, how much effort it takes to cook, right? So you have to go and get the groceries, right? And who knows if you even got a car.
So does he have to do? Is he doing that? Is that all a part of cooking? Because that's why I say a relationship is about communicating. I go to the grocery store.
I love this.
Okay, you go to the grocery store. Okay, but let me get to that piece though, okay? So I'm talking about specifically how much time it takes to cook. Okay. So let me finish that point. It takes a lot of time. You have to either you have to drive. That takes gas, right? So that probably takes about 30 minutes or whatever.
Okay, all right.
To go to the grocery store.
Okay, all right.
And then,
all right.
not only
all right.
not only that, you have to spend time figuring out what food you're going to get. If you don't have a list, you have to probably create a list to do that. And then you have to come home, you have to prep the food, right? So you have to unthaw some shit, and then you have to clean out the dishes and stuff like that to make sure that the food is not, dirty. You're not cooking in dirty dishes.
I gotta cut you off.
And then not only that, once the food is done, you gotta probably cut it up, put the seasoning on, things like that. All that shit probably takes about 4 hours. Why should a man be in the cook in the kitchen?
Because no,
I think that's a good thing. I love it because, like, not only that,
look how much time being wasted by cooking.
But that's why you make time for certain things, man.
By the way, Diamond,
we're gonna keep
if you
going
don't
on
want
this.
to cook, that's absolutely fine. That's not a prerequisite.
But he doesn't go to the grocery store.
cook.
And why are we talking about how much gas it takes to get to the grocery store? That's irrelevant. Also, it's 2024. I think that your priorities are messed up because guess what? You can Instacart, you could Factor, you could HelloFresh. There's so many things that if you need so much time,
say it again,
that you can like make up for. I go to the grocery store.
Okay.
I will help chop some things up, not the onions so much because the eyes, but I will help in the kitchen. Also, the cleaning. No, I'm going to do that part. So he can cook. I'll pick up the slack. It's teamwork.
So
it's not.
I'm sorry. So not necessarily saying that
there's
y'all.
nothing wrong with that.
Well, you're talking about 4 hours. It don't take no 4 hours to cook.
It takes 4 hours if you think about it, because most people aren't capable of managing that time correctly. Most people underestimate the amount of time.
But you do know there are things you can do in between cooking. While you waiting for your food to cook, you could send an email. You could do other stuff.
Okay.
It's about managing your time as you cook.
I'm not. Let me make this very clear to both of you. Okay. I'm not saying.
I'm gonna keep bringing this up
there's
with everybody who bring this on.
There is nothing. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a man liking to cook. That is not what I'm saying at all.
You basically just.
I'm just telling you it's not a good ROI.
What I took from this is men shouldn't cook because it takes men 4 hours.
It takes women that much time too.
It does not.
How much time it take you to cook? But include going to the grocery stores.
Why are we cooking something that takes 4 hours?
You know how long?
The grocery store's down the street.
Okay, how
that
much time?
probably takes 30 minutes. You go in with a list.
Okay.
Go ahead. Do your math.
What was that?
30 minutes.
Once the grocery store, it takes 30 minutes, right?
30 minutes. But I'm going to the store. He's not going to the store. So he's got some things at home that he's going to start.
Okay,
right?
great.
So he's starting something at home.
Okay.
So within that 30 minutes, 2 things are getting done.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
So what's getting done?
That's crazy work. He's crazy right now.
Prepping the meat, cutting the vegetables.
How you gonna prep the meat if you ain't got the food yet?
Well, that's
you going to the grocery store.
Well, did we just move in? Because people have things in their freezers in their fridge.
Okay.
I like
I'm
this.
just saying.
30 minutes. 30 minutes?
Because we have a lot of chicken in the freezer right now.
30 minutes to go to the grocery store, right?
Okay.
Okay, what else does it take?
Prepping. I mean, he's good at cooking, so it maybe take him 10 minutes to cut everything up.
Okay.
And let's just say he's making everything.
Is he like a chef?
He's not a chef, but he can cook really well.
10 minutes to prep?
Are you really writing this down?
10 minutes to prep.
you really writing this down?
What else?
And then cooking.
How long?
15 minutes.
And he is serious.
15 minutes.
What y'all cooking? That's in 10 to 15 minutes.
Once you throw everything together, it's done.
Ramen noodles take 15 minutes.
Ramen noodles take 4 minutes.
Actually 3. If you put it in the air, I mean, it's less than that.
No, it's not 3 minutes in the microwave. It's 4.
It's 3 minutes. No, it's 7. It's 7 minutes if you're doing the packaged ones, but the bowl one is 3. Because if you the packaged ones,
oh, so we still do the pack.
Y'all still do the pack?
Yeah, the pack is better.
To get like a good
in a microwave.
No, it takes 7 to get that good consistency where it's not too.
I know exactly what you mean when you say that good consistency.
Yeah, that good consistency.
You don't want them cloudy noodles.
Yeah, like little ring, they still straight.
Yeah,
that's like 7 minutes. But what can you do in 7 minutes?
10 minutes to prep.
Okay.
30 minutes to go to
He is really writing this down.
Okay, so what are we getting at when we talk about all this time?
What's how much time it takes to cook? But go ahead.
Let's just say like this.
Anything else?
Let's just say 15, 20 minutes to prep the actual meal.
And you're feeding into this. This is funny, actually. Why are you writing this down, sir? You have no answer.
55 minutes.
55 minutes. So a little bit less than an hour.
Yeah, put that book over there.
A little bit less than an hour.
Okay.
But that's not realistic.
So
because if you decide that you want to throw down on some nice ass meatloaf, it's gonna take longer than that. It's gonna take longer than that.
We don't eat meatloaf.
Meatloaf is like a traditional, like fast dish that you can cook. You basically just seasoning the meat,
put it. Meatloaf that fast? What are you talking about?
Meatloaf do not take that long.
Meatloaf does not take long to cook.
Your wife must have not knew how to cook meatloaf.
No,
fast
I
enough.
know how to cook meatloaf, and I've cooked meatloaf.
Bro,
Well, maybe
I
we
make
should say certain men shouldn't cook.
my traditional dish when I'm ever gonna cook is I make a pan fried chicken breast with grilled asparagus and handmade mashed potatoes.
How much that take?
That literally takes almost about maybe like 2 hours tops.
2 hours. What is
Because
wrong with
the vegetables don't take long. The
Why are you
asparagus
taking
don't
2
take.
hours to cook.
Well, because bro, you have to make sure you seasoning your stuff right. You have to make sure you prep all your stuff together, and then like in
What are you doing
between
in between
time.
time?
Well, of course, when you pan frying a chicken breast, you have to look at
You
it.
probably watching TV, ain't you?
Maybe depending on whatever I'm doing. If I'm not doing,
Multitasking.
yeah.
He's able to watch PTI and get food done. So he got his
Exactly.
shit out the way.
Literally the only
and
thing
he got dinner done.
Right. The only thing that I will literally have to stay consistently cooking is the chicken. But if I'm putting the asparagus in the oven, I can walk away from that. If I'm waiting for the potatoes to boil, I can walk away from that. But the only thing I have to stay in the kitchen for literally is to cook my chicken breast to perfection. That's it, brother. But I work in a business,
brother.
and I work in a business setting. So in between, and I don't cook my chicken unless my vegetables are done. Because you're not supposed to cook the meat before unless it is a meat dish that needs to be in the oven longer than what needed to be. Then I could just go and do it through email.
I'm glad you like to cook. I think that's really great. I can't wait to try your asparagus. I really can't.
You know something.
Yo, famous creme brulee. I can't wait.
You know
to try
something?
it.
I had I just came from Florida and I was talking about this with a woman. A woman literally just told me that she said she loves when her man cooks.
I'm sure she does.
She says that a man cooking in a tank top and a do-rag and a whole freak nigga uniform is the sexiest shit that she ever seen.
They like it in moderation. They don't like it consistent-wise.
Next question, man. Next This is next question.
I agree.
Next question, man.
Men can cook.
If a man did that every single day,
Man, one day I'm gonna get somebody.
But anyways, as it relates to gender roles, right? I don't think that it's like it's something that you have to do. And you talk about communication, right? So it is about communication. But I'm talking about for a single man, I really don't think that it's beneficial for you to just be in the kitchen cooking. I think you need to eat out, outsource it to somebody else to do it while you go out there and fucking grind. That's my whole thing around this.
You know, I'm not even gonna do this. I mean, we have a guest on, and we have a guest, and we can go.
What's
down
something
this.
that you think men should automatically do?
I don't think that I believe a man should automatically do anything. First of all, we have
What about
to
protecting?
Oh, he took the glasses off.
Okay,
What about protecting?
Okay.
If a man was to come up and snatch your purse or hit you or whatever, you expect your man to do something, right?
He said.
I do. We're going to go back to back. We're going to fight him together.
She said.
But I don't have like an expectation. And I just don't really believe in gender roles. I mean, naturally, he would protect me because that's what he wants to do. But I don't have an expectation because then there's this expectation that he might have of me. And what if I can't live up to it? Or what if he can't live up to it or whatever? It's weird. Why do we have to have expectations for our person? If it works, it works. If we communicate and it works, it's okay.
Because our country and our world has thrived on gender roles.
Well, it's 2024, Javon. Things have changed.
Maybe we need to go back
Do we?
to 1968.
Oh my God.
Because
what happened in 68? Was your parents
2024?
born? Why specifically that year?
2024. The world is a shit show right now.
Oh, well, Jim
Could
Crow.
you-
Jim
could you
Crow
agree?
was in 68. So,
Could
I
you
mean,
agree that
you
the
want to
world
be
is a
able
shit show
to.
right now because nobody has any values. Nobody has any tradition. You said it yourself, by the way. Now that I'm thinking about it, when we were in the lockbox and we were talking about this, you said it just. What did you say? Shit.
Go back to it.
You said it yourself that back in the day, fathers used to pick their suitors, right? Who the daughters was gonna marry.
Mm-hmm.
But now we don't have that anymore.
Don't
Why?
they do that in over in like
Because we've
India?
given
They still
women,
do that in certain
we've
countries,
given
in
women
certain
the
cultures.
freedom to be able to choose themselves,
So
themselves,
women
right?
can't have freedom. So I
I'm not
need
saying
my dad to tell me
See,
who
you put my words
I
in my
want.
mouth. I didn't say that. But what I'm saying is now that women have freedoms, couldn't we agree that they pick poorly nowadays? Not you. But don't they pick poorly?
I feel like
Okay, so
now you're taking a jab. Are they picking poorly or
They
are the
are
men
picking poor.
poor?
No, they're picking poorly.
hey, wait, hold
but
on.
they're picking poor because maybe the men are poor.
Oh wait, look.
So that means you have to pick a poor man?
Well, I'm just saying. You saying they're picking poorly?
Yeah, they're picking poorly.
If every man was a suitable guy or a perfect guy, women wouldn't have to shuffle through cards and figure out which one. You would all be good.
That is majority of men.
Y'all.
That's majority of men.
We're
talking about the 1%, the 2%, the 3% of men. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about the average bum ass motherfucker that's out here on the street that these women choose. They know it. He a bum ass motherfucker, and yet they still choose him.
So look. Okay, I'm like 75, 20. I'm like 75, 25% on this because I do, as a man who is a very nice and kind and gentle man, I have been chosen over some. I've been chosen over with men who don't have as much as potential as I am. But
you said you've been chosen, or they've chosen the other person?
They've chosen another person. But I do admit sometimes that I'm probably not as aggressive as certain men too, or where they do not feel like, Dion can naturally like protect me like some guys can. Because that's
why do you feel that way?
I mean, because like
we was talking about this earlier. Why do you feel that way?
Well, I do feel like some situations, because me personally, like I feel like not all situations need to be engage into. Like sometimes some situations I'd be like, man, you know what, I ain't got worth it.
That's
especially
not the way they see it.
Like I work for the city, so I can't really like be out here getting into altercations all the fucking time. Because anything I can get fired from what I do.
We got 26 people watching.
But at the same time, I do believe that men be picking shitty ass women too. Just as much as women pick shitty ass men.
Oh, for sure.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Agree.
I'd rather
that's something we can agree on
than just to say women are picking crappy candidates.
Because there are times we pick the women.
It's on both.
There's times we'll pick a woman with we'll pick a woman with a beautiful woman with a BBL over the woman who stay home and cook because we just think with other shit.
But it's preference. It's so preference. I feel like you like who you like. Why does all this matter?
Well,
why does what matter?
I'm just saying it from
like,
a sense.
Oh, he picked a BBL over a natural body. If he like BBLs, let him go get a BBL. If he likes natural bodies, let him go get natural bodies.
Because BBLs are arrogant. That's why.
I do it. Look, I understand what you. I'm understanding what you're coming. I'm just talking about like. I understand what you're talking about. You funny. I understand what you're talking about. I'm just thinking.
I thought about Bow Wow and Chris Brown. Let me hold you down.
But no, I'm just thinking from like I'm just pointing out like different things. I'm not saying like that specifically. I'm just saying like like how you say women go for bum ass niggas, but what if those bum ass niggas make her feel protected or something like that versus
I know exactly why they go for bum ass niggas. I know exactly why women go for traits more than they actually do the actual man. Mm-hmm. They look for somebody who can provide stability. They look for somebody who can provide safety, right? They look for somebody, most of the time, you have to be doing something financial. You have to have a career at least.
Hood niggas be making money. I do admit that.
But the reason that they go for these hood guys is because they're looking for something that's a lot more prominent in our society, which is the masculine energy.
But I think you're talking about a certain type of woman. Because I don't...
Do you look for stability?
Honestly, I met Gary.
He was stable, right?
I didn't know anything about him until our first date. I mean, we texted and had great conversation, but I didn't know much about him until our first date. But I actually liked him. I noticed his sneakers. That's what drew me.
Yeah, that's true. They
his
do
sneakers.
Yeah.
But that wasn't going to be it, because if that's the case, it's bum ass niggas on the street all the time with nice sneakers.
Right, but that's why I'm saying you're thinking about a specific type of person. Because I was drawn to him by his sneakers, but also it was a conversation. And
are you a sneakerhead?
Yeah, I used to be. He's kind of got me back into it.
See, I mean that's a trait. That's a good thing. Yeah.
So it's like you're talking about somebody that wants those type of people. I'm not into that. Like I'm disgusted by it. Like I don't want all of that crazy ghetto mess. I don't want a hood dude. It's just not my forte. So,
was there a certain? Did you want that early on in life? Were you kind of attracted to it early on?
No, not necessarily.
So you've never been attracted to like bad boy type stuff?
Mm-mm. I feel like my first boyfriend was...
That's very interesting.
Bad boy, but I didn't know that going into the relationship. But he still wasn't like out there in the streets. But he, his mom was like...
But he had certain traits. He was confident.
Yeah,
and he
could dress. I mean, but I was also 19 years old.
At a young age.
Yeah.
I think if he's still doing that now, it's different.
Exactly.
Well, it depends on the traits. He has to be at least. He still needs to have that. He needs to have the confidence. He needs to be fearless, right? And he needs to provide that masculine energy. But he also needs to have good character and have integrity.
Yeah, I agree. So not everybody wants a hood dude.
See, I can get that.
Yeah.
So
Because it's not a hood dude that they're looking for. It's a trait in the hood dude.
So I mean, like, but majority of those traits come from
Men.
I would say hood dudes, but you know,
Because I feel like Gary's confident. Gary, I feel like that he'd protect me in any situation.
What does Gary do for a living? Well, we talking to you. We talking to you, not Gary. What does Gary do for a living?
Gary's smart. Gary, should I tell him what you do? He's an engineer, but yeah.
So Gary's college educated?
Yes.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, Gary, I'm going back to school. I'm gonna let you know. We gonna be some Q dogs. We're gonna link up and be Q dogs one day. I can't.
What is Q dogs?
You know what Q dog is?
No, what is that?
Oh man, it's a fraternity.
Do you have on a shirt that says Black King?
Black King, that's right.
And you don't know what a Q dog is?
No.
I just came from Florida.
I can't be Black King because I don't know what Q dog is.
I'm just saying it's a little bit of culture that you need to catch up on.
That's why I said. That's why I asked him if he does like. He really liked being around black people sometimes, but hey,
because you got to take it all with a grain of salt.
But look,
don't start.
Everybody know what a Q dog is.
Tommy, you hear this?
So okay, so look, let's just transition to something else. So, you know, as I said, I was in Florida, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I see a lot of men with like out there with like female friends and stuff. Men out there, Are you comfortable with Gary having female friends?
Absolutely.
Is he comfortable with you having male friends?
I'm here today.
Exactly.
And honestly, this is not like negative towards y'all. He wasn't going to come. He came because we're going to get food after. He trusts me to come alone.
So
as it should be.
And he knew about Javon, and we also have Emilio. He knows about my guy friends.
I've met him before.
Yeah,
and I think that takes like, you know, like you said, that confidence level and also that trust level in your woman and also your man to be like,
it has nothing to do with the trust. Okay. Obviously, we're going to trust our women because if we know we have a good woman, we know we have a good woman. It's the men that we don't trust. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the biggest thing. And it's so
if you don't trust the men, you wouldn't let her have the friends.
And I can't tell her what to do.
But would you trust for her to go be with guys?
Well, I don't think that she would want to because she know how I would feel about that.
Okay.
But I can't control a woman and tell her what she can and can't do.
So what if
I can enforce my own boundaries. So if I tell her that, you know, I don't think that guy has good intentions, and then she's like, yeah, you crazy, whatever. No,
well,
that's
then
my
I think
friend.
that if you express how you feel, the boundaries should definitely be respected.
Yeah.
But do you think that's okay for someone a woman who has had a male friend for like, let's say like high school, and she says, this has been my friend since high school, and you saying you don't feel comfortable with that, do you think it's okay for her to be like,
or do you need to learn to become comfortable?
I would definitely need to become, your significant other needs to become comfortable. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter how long you've known this person. And like, now I'm your friend. Now I'm your man, and I should be number one. That's number one. And the other thing is that they've known each other for a while. My question is, and I would probably ask the guy my damn self, which is, why haven't y'all been together? Have you thought about hooking up? Like, what's there? Like, you can't just be a friend with somebody for years.
Yes, you can. I have a best friend, and his name is Keenan. Gary knows Keenan.
About him.
We've hung out. Yeah, we hung out. We went to Minnesota.
Was a situation, right?
Well, he did try to like talk to me, but also we are still friends because I was like, yeah, no, that's a no. But
because you put boundaries in place, yeah.
Exactly, but we're still friends. He's never tried it again. He has a girlfriend. I love her. I think she's very nice.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I can't even elaborate.
In majority of cases, is very hard for men and women to be friends, and I stand firm on that. In majority of cases, now there are some cases where women can benefit a man's life.
You have a whole female friend sitting on the other side of the table, so how hard is it? Did you not
hear what I just said?
No, but you make it seem like it's impossible though.
Right.
It's not. I'm not saying it's impossible. I didn't never say it's impossible.
You say there's boundaries.
It has to be boundaries for sure. But it's not impossible for that to just like actually start out that way if that's what it is. But what I'm just saying, in most cases, that's not how it goes. In most cases, guys can't control themselves long enough to be around a woman and consider them their friends. I think it's just
the audience or the peers that you're around, because I feel like when a person is like an adult, nothing's really off limits. I can have whatever type of friends I want. He can have whatever type of friends he wants. Hey, I'm about to go to lunch with Alicia and 20 guys. Okay, have fun. Call me if you need me. Fair. hey, I'm about to go to the strip club for so and so's bachelor party. Okay, have fun.
Who
I
going
don't
to the
care.
strip club? You just talking about the man?
Yeah, if he wanted to. Gary doesn't really care for the strip club, so I'm lucky in that.
You know,
place,
every
but-
time. I'm sorry to say this. You know, every time we get Javon
You know, ain't a woman
talking,
going to no damn strip club.
you ever
My
watch
woman
Martin,
ain't going to no
right?
damn
Uh-huh.
strip club.
He reminds me of Martin's personality so bad. Like I
Who?
really, you remind me of Martin because when you just said when he just said that, it reminded me of that episode when Martin drove all the way to Chicago. Cause Gina, he thought Gina was out of control. And then bro, I promise you, Javon, you be reminding me.
You never know who I'm going to be, do you?
Now that's for calling me Tommy. But anyway, so yeah, you do remind me of that Martin personality sometimes, and it's love you, brother. I love you.
I'm just being honest, man. That's the only way you gotta be.
So
We got to put the shades back on.
So how long? So once again, I know you probably said this. How long have you and Gary been together?
3 years.
3 years. Okay, so you've been together 3 years long. So have you or him? I know he probably won't say this because he's not here, but have y'all ever had the urge to cheat?
I haven't.
I don't get that vibe from them.
You know?
I don't get that vibe. Not even from Gary.
I just feel like we have like a friendship. Like, yes, he's my boyfriend, but we are actually like friends. Like, I enjoy lifing with him.
That's okay.
So, no. I mean, you just really got to appreciate what you got, too. Like, I'll tell him like somebody's attractive, but I don't want to be with that person.
Okay, that's
I love my
understandable.
person.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm asking this is because it's kind of okay. Once again, it is segue into like another topic, which is we want to ask why we have a woman on the show. Why do you think men and women do cheat?
I don't know.
Have you ever cheated or have been cheated on?
I've been cheated on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now when you say have you ever cheated?
No.
You just don't want to tell us?
No, I haven't. I would tell you. I mean, nothing's off limits.
Understand.
But I haven't cheated. First of all, that's weird to me.
Okay.
I don't like to play with people's feelings. I don't want nobody playing with my feelings.
That's understandable.
So it's just not for me.
And you said you've been cheated on?
Definitely.
Did they ever tell you why did they do that?
No.
It was just happened and then
Well, I was also young, so cheated.
do you
Oh
kinda have
my
an
gosh! And then took him back. Oh, we gonna figure this out. And then cheated again. And then oh my gosh! And then just kind of did the thing.
Took it
And
back
one
after
day,
the first time.
second time too.
After the second time.
And the third time, it was just like, okay,
fool me once, shame
Why
on
do
you, fool me
why do
twice.
you feel like you took him back?
because I like this person a lot. Like, you think that? Well, I don't know for men, and maybe yes, maybe no, but for most girls or young ladies, like, you have this image for your life. Oh, I'm gonna be married by this day. I'm gonna have kids by this. I'm gonna do this by this. You have like life goals, and I'm thinking like, this is my person, and they can mess up. We'll get back right. So obviously that's why I took them back. But at one point it was like, okay, I'm the baddie. You gotta go.
Yeah. So I have a theory about this, about why men cheat, right? And it's not even a theory. I actually kind of know why it is. But I heard this quote one time, and it said, when a man cheats, a woman always asks, did you love her? And when a woman cheats, a man always asks, did you sleep with him? And so that should tell you everything you need to know about why men cheat versus why women cheat. Women cheat because it's usually more emotional. When a man asks you, did you sleep with him? That means he's asking you, did you give all yourself to him? Because if you give all yourself to him, then that means you gave him the most important piece of you that any man would dream of. And when a woman asks a man, did you love her? It's more emotional. It's like, you could cheat physically, but it's like, did you actually love her? That's the biggest difference.
And that's what I think about cheating.
Men cheat.
Y'all can agree.
It's just about it because they're not disciplined. Some men are just not disciplined.
You can
right?
agree. Y'all
But it's
both
not
can-
because they actually love that woman that they cheating with, or that they want to be with that woman. It's because they just thinking what they, instead of they, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and to agree or disagree is that I feel as though that when you emotionally cheat, it's worse than physically cheat.
It's worse.
That's what I feel like. If y'all can agree to disagree, I mean, like, yeah, cheating is cheating physically. Yes, it is. But just to be like, damn, you was really out telling like motherfuckers, like, damn, like what's going on in our relationship?
Mm-hmm.
Because I do men and women. Let me clarify that because of you, men and women, is that there are people out there who take advantage of people's vulnerable sides, and like men and women because of you,
you.
opportunistic, they will jump on any sign of weakness. Because as humans, we hunt. We hunt for opportunity. So
I told you that. That sound like my words.
Probably. I don't know, man. You say a lot of shit. I don't know.
Give me credit because of me. Go ahead.
I like that. That was cute. Anyway. So okay, that's good that y'all, you don't have that feeling that both y'all don't want to cheat, but I'm pretty sure that, there are times where y'all bump heads. I'm pretty sure it's like y'all seem like y'all have a good vibe where it be, little to more than the average person. I don't know. But when conflict comes, how do y'all deal with that?
I think that we talk about it. I will say that he's kind of taught me how to communicate because I'm kind of like hothead, like, but.
So you like the,
I'm spicy. What? Just say spicy.
No, wait, damn, I was going to act it out. You'd be like, bitch, don't play with me. Or you just you like the look, man, I ain't got time for this shit.
No, I think that I'm like, I don't know. I'm just not necessarily aggressive as in like physical, but I'm like, let's talk now. Let's figure it out now. Let's like right now. And he's more of a, just give me a minute. Let me think. Let me process. And
like that.
We'll come back to it. But it's definitely a conversation. Or like if it's something like, I don't know, something small, we'll talk about it the next day. Like, hey, I think I was a little bit crazy yesterday. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. We just communicate.
Oh, that's good. That's actually pretty good. That y'all, as a, I think as like a person, I'm sorry, let me get this correct. I think that anybody who in a relationship, they should have that communication piece of where they will step away for a second before they say something that they don't regret.
Exactly. I really respect that. That's something I've learned from being with Gary because it does really help.
It's super important, and I learned this just from like my marriage and stuff like that. Like it took me a few years to get to that point because I'd be so quick to say some slick shit. I'm just like, oh yeah, well this that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I bet you won't do that and that type of stuff, and it gets toxic. So I think it's really great that that's something that he does where he's just like, let me process it, man. Let me think about this for a minute because I don't want to just say stuff, And it's super healthy. I think I want to segue into something different. I want to get away from relationships for a minute.
Okay. I
want to segue into politics a little bit. 2024 elections coming up. Who are you leaning towards?
Beyonce.
I'd say I was gonna write in Kanye if I could. Shit, at this point, Kanye 2024 for real though. I mean, like damn.
Like, that was we should have segued into something else.
Yeah, like damn. Like I think it's not even one of those choices nowadays where we like, okay, one evil is better than the other evil or lesser than the evil.
They're both retarded.
You're not supposed to say that. You're not supposed to use that word. That word is not supposed to be used.
I'm sorry. They're both ignorant to running a country.
There we go. Okay.
Not bad to use the word ignorant. They are ignorant.
That's hilarious. Did you watch the debate?
I did not watch it, but I've seen plenty of clips and
shit was hilarious.
I mean, I heard about it. I say like
Joe Biden was hilarious.
And I heard that Trump was like deflecting a lot of the questions by calling him like
I seen this TikTok video with this guy, how they put like the memes up and everything like that. And he was Joe Biden's face was hilarious because he was like, when somebody reminds you of some racist shit you said, he was talking about super predators and all that. And then Joe Biden turned around and looked like I died laughing. I
honestly feel like we're being pranked.
I'm like dead serious.
I just feel like, come on, Ashton, come out.
It's just, I'm not really a very big political person.
Same.
But I do see that maybe we could have, as Americans, went the independent route this time around. I mean, like, I'm just saying, yeah, like we could have just been like, something. Let me actually think about this. Fuck Republicans and fuck Democrats. Let's just be independent this year or something. And it's, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. We all chose Biden because, let's be serious why we all chose Biden.
We chose Biden because nobody wanted Trump.
That too. Mm-hmm. But also believe Biden kind of used that Obama fan base too. Yeah. So that's that's how he got to where he is because of that. But at the end of the day, it was just like,
I mean, so me personally, I've been very open about the fact that I'm voting for Trump.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm voting for Trump. I think that
I'll knock all this over right now.
Yeah, go ahead, do what you do.
But just hold on.
But the truth of the matter is, we have to speak. We have to speak our truth, and we have to call it how we call it. Let's call a spade a spade. I think that Trump, he has some things that he definitely needs to work on. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I think that we need
really hard.
I mean,
I think that we need a strong leader for America. I think we need somebody that's good, that can negotiate.
He's strong.
That we need negotiated.
He's good.
He's good with negotiating.
He's a felon, ain't he?
But is he negotiating for us or himself?
He's by default negotiating for us. If he's running the country, he's negotiating for us.
Is he?
So if
is that what you want to believe?
For instance, right? We don't talk about taxes.
Okay.
So I love talking about taxes.
But isn't he on trial?
You better take them glasses back off.
Nobody in this room want to pay fucking taxes. Okay, right? I'll tell you that. The only people that have a problem talking about taxes are broke people, in my opinion. Okay, the tax code is set up for business owners. I'm a business owner myself. I take advantage of taxes come tax time, right? Mm-hmm. With him lowering the taxes and making and he's lowering the taxes for businesses. I'm not a big business, but I understand this concept. If you lower the taxes for business owners, you're incentivizing them to stay in America and do business and hire more employees. You're incentivizing them to expand their companies, which then helps the economy, right? If you do not lower the taxes for those guys,
so is that the only reason you're voting for Trump?
Isn't the man on trial for tax evasion?
No, first of all, the tax code is written for business owners. You can't be mad at him because he took advantage of the tax code.
But
I know my mom takes advantage of the tax code, and she doesn't even have a business.
I mean, everybody takes.
How many black people get $7,000-8,000 in taxes?
I mean, yeah, you are right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we take advantage of. Nobody want to pay taxes, and if you have a business, you can take advantage.
I don't
of the tax
think
code.
that's a valid reason.
That's not the only reason. That's not the only reason.
Okay.
Right? Taxes is just an example. Taxes. The other one is trade deals. Right? I don't like the fact that we getting ripped off, and we don't have to. Other countries don't have to pay as much. Right? America it should be a strong country. It should be the number one country. It's not even the number one country. Right? And a lot of that has to do with the fact that the country is not being ran by business people who understand how to negotiate great deals.
I think that
that's my personal opinion on that.
I think this is. I appreciate you, brother.
How can we bring more money back into the country? I
appreciate
my personal.
Is it possible that I can?
Because then that's going to help the communities.
Is it
it's going to help the black communities if you bring more money and more jobs back into the.
Is it possible that I can call the White House and give a convicted felon my vote for this year? Is it possible?
Because what's interesting about this?
Because wait, hold on. I'm not going to vote.
You are going along with the narrative that he's a convicted felon.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
And you haven't even done your research.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying.
Haven't even done your research.
No. The only reason why I'm saying this is I don't want to vote for nobody who does not talk about universal health care.
He's been prosecuted.
Anybody.
He is a convicted felon.
Screaming for the.
Yes, he's a convicted felon. Anybody who became, and by the way, rappers.
So he's a felon. He can't vote. So why can't he be our president?
He don't need to vote. But anyways,
so why can he be our president? Don't switch subjects. Answer that question.
It's the same subject.
Answer the question.
I just believe that. I don't want to vote for.
If he's a felon and felons can't vote, why can he run our country?
I just feel like I don't want to vote for no president if we do not discuss about getting universal health care. That's all I ask for.
He was so
Why the hell we need universal health care?
Huh?
What?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you weird?
Do you know we have to? Why does a woman have to pay to give birth to a child?
So what you saying? You saying free healthcare?
Yes, universal healthcare. Yes,
Ooh.
Canada has.
I'm glad you just said you didn't know what that meant.
Yeah,
so everything in this world is free. You looking for handouts? That's what you trying to tell me?
That's not what he's saying. But healthcare.
Why do we have to pay to be?
Bro, I go to the hospital and I get a Band-Aid put on my finger because I just didn't have a Band-Aid, but I get a bill for $400.
What the fuck is that? Yes, what the fuck is that?
A nurse seen you. You went to triage. The doctor walked in the room. No.
A person.
You had insurance.
I have insurance.
Okay, well that's ridiculous.
I mean, I see, but I'm just saying. Well, why do we have to suffer these things, especially as tax-paying Americans? Why do we have to pay?
Why are we
for
in debt
health
because
care?
our health?
I can answer that. You want me to answer it? The reason that we have to pay for that is because it creates jobs.
Oh my gosh!
How are people gonna do the work for free?
We pay taxes, man. Why the fuck do we have to pay taxes, but we have to still pay for proper health care?
So because
I don't think he's saying that we should just get it free. Obviously, I think we should get it free. Maybe just not so much. Healthcare is excessive. I don't know if you've been to the hospital or doctor or anything lately. Maybe you should go. and get a bill and see how ridiculous it is.
I've got a bill. And
even if there is a person, hold on, I have insurance. But so what about the people that don't? Because they don't have insurance because they can't afford insurance?
Okay.
They have to suffer?
It's interesting you say that. Think about this. Those people that go to the hospital, first of all, you shouldn't need to go to the hospital if you're keeping up with yourself. That's number one, okay?
Okay.
It is, basically,
oh my gosh, I'm keeping up with myself and I got into a car accident. It is not my fault. And I am in so much trouble. But I'm keeping up with myself.
How many people are really disciplined in keeping up with their health?
Maybe they can't afford it.
Or what if it's something genetic?
You can go work out. You can go work out. You can do a home exercise.
Yeah, what if it's not
Are you
health?
fucking kidding me right now?
What if it's like something they're born with?
Are you kidding me right now?
It's something they're born with. That's different. If it's genetic, okay, that's different.
How can they keep up with themselves?
But most people...
Why do people with autism who can't keep up with themselves have to suffer to medical debt? Oh, they can go work out. They can go... They can eat all the apples and fruits and veggies and do all the workouts and everything, but they still have this thing that's...
I haven't seen that happen. Have you seen that happen? Can you tell me that you honestly seen that happen?
See what?
My brother with autism have to suffer medical debt.
My brother has
not
autism,
a medical
bro.
death, but
my son has autism.
But debt to medical. So you're fortunate, right? You got insurance. Is your son on your insurance?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's a child. He don't have to worry about paying bills right away. But there's adults who grow up and then their parents die and they still have this autism and they have to figure it out. They become wards of the state. My mom works for the state and she works with wards of the state. It's not the best place to be.
Healthcare just, I just think that because I just feel as though
we can disagree on the whole healthcare thing.
Yeah, we're going to disagree because I think that it's kind of ignorant.
On that,
it's okay
fine.
to be ignorant to subjects.
that's
To say
fine.
that people
Ignorant
have
means
to
not
deal.
knowing.
Right.
I don't take offense to it, but go ahead.
Thank you. But people should not have to
really
suffer because of a medical reason, whether you taking care of yourself or not. Mental health, that's a medical thing, right?
I feel like people should take. Well, yeah.
They can't afford it. They can't afford insurance. Think about how many homeless people don't have access to insurance.
I feel like people should take care of themselves and it would keep them out of the hospitals. But because we have so many people going into the hospitals, you need people to pay.
But you say people
for this stuff.
Next question.
So we are paying.
Next question.
So I'm basically paying because you couldn't stop eating honey buns.
That is a whole different scenario. We're not talking about people. We're not talking about people who choose to not take care of themselves, but people who don't have a choice,
right?
That they can't take care of themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what we're talking about. Like, for instance, like asthma is genetic, or diabetes, diabetes is genetic. Why somebody who has diabetes, they have to pay for their insulin? Why do we have to pay so much for
amount
insulin?
For insulin? You go to Canada and it's like a fraction, but you come get it here.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
I'd like at least cut the cost.
The peanut allergy, the EpiPen.
Yeah.
EpiPen, the inhaler.
Because
these are things that these people are born with. They can take care of themselves. How about a person with asthma can't go running all the time? They can't run a marathon. They need that inhaler.
You always out for me.
Thank you.
And I finally got somebody. You know what? Maybe next episode that you could have somebody that boom right there. And it's like every time we get to this point, you always have. When we by ourselves, you know what? I'll be like, it's you. But now I got somebody that can be like, you know something? Hey, Javon, you say some dumbass shit sometimes. That's how are, Javon, you are too good at what you do, but you also...
I think for myself, I have my own opinion. So
you are entitled to every single opinion you have. Javon...
So you telling me...
Javon, wait, hold on.
Me choosing to vote for Trump is dumb.
Yes. I think that's my opinion. You are dumb because you're voting for Trump. That's my opinion.
In my opinion is that you can do whatever the fuck you want to.
So if it's between Biden and Trump, then I should vote for Biden.
I'm giving my vote.
I'm not wasting my vote.
Or Beyonce.
My ancestors fought for me to be able to have the reason to have the ability to vote. And I'm gonna waste it on what?
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can find an inmate who wants it. I'm gonna find somebody or a convicted felon who, hey, look, man, you want to vote for me? You good, brother. But look, we at our ends here. So Diamond, thank you for coming out with us, and also thank you. Thank you. But also,
thank you.
Javon, thank you too as well. Thank you too.
No problem.
Gary, thank you too. Thank you too. You everyone, thank you for matter of fact, everyone, thank you for tuning in to Sipping and Tripping. Please subscribe with us We on via YouTube, Spotify, and we have our links in our bios and Instagrams. Thank you for coming out. Peace.
Appreciate you guys for coming out.
Peace.
Thank
for
you
tuning in to
guys.
Sipping and Tripping.